Deep sigh. The youth of South Africa is on a path that could lead to a future devoid of hope if they don't wake up. It's time to take action, to believe in ourselves, and to drive change. We aren't always given the privilege of education or access to the kind of information that allows us to compete on a global scale. It's true. We come from communities where people don't even believe in us, where the idea of dreaming bigger feels almost impossible. Many of us are used to being poor, and that mindset holds us back. But here's the thing. Yes, it's true we know the reasons why we aren't where we want to be. We know exactly why things are hard for us as Black South Africans. But knowing that, knowing why we're poor, why the system is against us, that's not going to get us anywhere. Life doesn't care that we know all the reasons why we're stuck. Life doesn't want excuses. Life is about action, and let me be real with you, it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be so hard to start working on ourselves, but that's the very first step we need to take. Before we can change anything for the better as the youth of South Africa, we have to start by working on our mental health. Nothing changes until our minds change. We have to unlearn those bad habits we're already used to, the ones that have been holding us back. Life is about whether or not you're willing to go the extra mile despite everything standing in your way. It's asking, are you still willing to fight? Are you still going to push forward? That's what life is about. So yes, I understand. You might come from a family that couldn't afford school fees. Maybe your parents didn't have the opportunities to give you the life you dreamed of. But life isn't about pointing out the reasons why you're struggling. It's about what you're going to do in spite of it. Are you going to take that extra mile, or are you going to let your circumstances define you? We need to wake up. We've been so stuck in our problems that we fail to realize this. No matter how many reasons we can give for why we're held back, those reasons won't change our lives. Only we can. And let me be real. We're frustrated. I see it. We're killing each other. We're lost. We don't even know if we're moving forward or backward anymore. The truth is, we don't have the information, the access, the resources we need to thrive. And that's holding us back. But it's time we stop letting that be the reason we stay down. As the youth of South Africa, we need to come together. We need to start creating communities that are focused on empowering ourselves, using the resources we do have, the knowledge we can access. We've got the power of information at our fingertips right now. We've got the power of unity. Look around. There are people who have done it. People from the same communities as us who've used what little they had to build something. If they can do it, why can't we? And here's the key. Just because someone has already invented something doesn't mean there's no room for you. Maybe you're the one who's going to improve on that invention, or come up with something that supports it, making the whole thing even more powerful. We need to believe that there's space for all of us to succeed. So, my fellow South Africans, it's time to wake up. It's been too long that we've been sitting in ignorance, letting life pass us by. It's time to get up, come together, and start building each other up. Little by little, step by step, we can create something bigger than ourselves. We've been silent for too long. We've been too complacent. Now is the time to rise up and take control of our future. The power is in our hands, but enough is enough. We've been held back for far too long. We've been fed lies that blind us to the reality of life. While the world moves forward, we're distracted by things that only serve to keep us in chains. Our government feeds us these distractions: alcohol, drugs, and empty promises. They allow things to invade our lives that only serve to keep us down, to keep us from seeing the truth. We're focused on partying every weekend, drowning our sorrows, while the rich get richer and we stay stuck in the same cycle of poverty. This culture of drinking and partying every Friday is not just a choice, it's a trap. They want us to believe that the only way to escape our problems is through a bottle. But it's time to wake up. It's time to break free. Yes, I know it's hard to change. I know it's going to take work to turn our lives around, but we have to start with our minds. We need to be aware of the habits that hold us back. We need to push through the pain of change and come out stronger. Let's invest our money in building a future instead of wasting it on temporary escapes. Calculate how much you spend each weekend. 300 Rand, 400 Rand. That money could start a small business, invest in your dreams, or at least save for something that will change your life. Why are we content to throw it all away? Let's come together as a generation that says enough is enough. We need to stand up and demand change in our communities. We need to stop letting others dictate our futures. It's time to rise up, take control, and shape our destiny. We need to stop making excuses and start making moves. We are the future of this nation. It's time to stop being passive spectators in our own lives. It's time to wake up, take action, and demand the respect and opportunities we deserve. It's time to stand together as one united front and show the world that the youth of South Africa will no longer be silenced.